This time we're diving headfirst into the future of transportation.
Buckle up?
Yeah, buckle up. With Tesla's Cybercab and Elon Musk's vision for a world filled with robotaxis.
Sounds pretty sci-fi.
It does. We've got a ton of news articles and tech breakdowns for you.
Oh, and don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've even got a sneak peek at the unveiling itself.
Straight from a YouTube video.
Exactly. So you're here because you want to know if this is all hype or if it's really going to happen.
Right. When will this be a reality?
Yeah, and what are the challenges?
And how is it going to change how our cities look and feel?
Let's start with that unveiling.
Oh, yeah. Musk knows how to make an entrance.
Right. Picture this. The stage is set.
Dramatic music playing.
And out rolls this Cybercab, totally driverless.
With Musk just chilling inside.
What a statement!
Totally.
And this Cybercab...
Have you seen pictures? It's like straight out of a sci-fi movie.
is sleek futuristic.
Now here's the real kicker.
Okay, tell me.
The projected price is under $30,000.
Wow. That's not cheaper than a lot of cars on the road today.
Right. So he's not just going after that luxury market.
Like he did with the original Tesla Roadster.
Exactly. But hold on. We're not done.
There's more.
Oh, yeah. They also unveiled this thing called the Robovan.
The Robovan. What's that?
It's like a bigger autonomous vehicle
Okay.
made for passengers and cargo.
Interesting.
It can fit up to 20 people.
Whoa, that's like a...
I know. It's like a futuristic minibus.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not just personal transportation then.
Right. We could be talking public transit.
Even deliveries.
Exactly. And remember a while back there was that Optimus robot presentation?
Oh, yeah.
The tech behind these self-driving vehicles?
Yeah.
It's directly connected to those robots.
So the more those vehicles learn,
Mhm.
the smarter those robots get.
Right. Like it's all feeding into Musk's vision of this robot-assisted future.
So does this mean we'll all be getting our Cybercabs next week?
Well, Musk seems to think production could start before 2027, but, well, the experts are saying not so fast.
They're a little more cautious.
Yeah, we're talking major technological hurdles.
And don't forget about regulations.
Yeah, those are huge.
Governments are going to want to make sure these things are safe.
Right. Like Tesla plans to start testing fully autonomous driving in Texas and California.
When 2025?
Yeah, in 2025, but without a safety driver.
Oh, wow. So like completely driverless.
Yeah, but that all depends on getting approval from regulators.
And that's a big if.
Totally. And then there's the competition.
Oh, yeah. You've got Waymo and Cruise.
They already have robotaxis on the roads.
In a few places, yeah.
So Tesla might be the big name, but they're definitely not alone.
So it sounds like we've got a ways to go before these robotaxis are everywhere.
Definitely, but let's just imagine for a second that they do overcome all these challenges.
Okay, so what happens then?
What's the upside? Our sources point to some major potential benefits.
Right.
Well, first off, safety.
Yeah, right. AI doesn't get tired or distracted.
Exactly. Robotaxis could be like 10 times safer than human drivers.
Wow, that alone would be huge.
Right. And then there's the cost.
Oh, yeah. Musk said something about operating costs.
Yeah. He estimated it at like 20 cents a mile.
That's way cheaper than owning a car.
And even cheaper than ride-hailing services.
And that's just the operating cost.
Right. Imagine how much lower fares could be.
And then everyone could afford to get around.
And plus, think about the environment.
Oh, yeah. Fewer cars on the road,
Less CO2 emissions,
less traffic,
cleaner air.
quieter streets.
Maybe even all of those parking lots could turn into parks.
Now you're talking. It's not just about the vehicles themselves.
Right. It's about how they could completely reshape our cities.
It's about accessibility for people who can't drive.
New ways to own and use vehicles.
Musk isn't just aiming for a better taxi.
He wants a complete paradigm shift.
Welcome back to our deep dive into Tesla robotaxis. Before the break, we were talking about all the potential benefits
Like how much safer they could be.
and how much money they could save us.
It's pretty mind-blowing to think about robotaxis being 10 times safer than human drivers.
Right, because AI doesn't get tired or distracted or emotional.
Exactly. But what about those unexpected situations?
What do you mean?
Like the tricky situations that even experienced drivers find difficult.
Oh, the edge cases.
Yeah, exactly. How do they program the AI to handle those?
Well, the key is training the AI with a massive amount of data.
So they need to expose the AI to all kinds of scenarios.
Exactly, even those crazy edge cases.
And that's where Tesla's approach is so interesting.
Right, using data from all those cars already on the road.
It's like crowdsourcing driving experience.
Millions of Teslas are out there acting like little data collectors.
And feeding all that information back to Tesla?
It's a constantly growing library of driving experiences.
It's really quite brilliant.
But even with all that data, there's still the question of regulation.
Oh, yeah. Governments are going to be super cautious about this.
Definitely, they need to make sure these things are safe for everyone.
It's a whole new frontier for them.
And there's no rule book for autonomous vehicles yet.
So they're having to figure it out as they go.
And it's not just about the technology working perfectly either.
Right. Like, people need to feel comfortable sharing the road with driverless cars.
Public trust is a huge factor.
Yeah, like if people don't trust the technology, they're not going to use it.
Exactly. That's why Tesla's trying to be so transparent.
Showing how the technology works and how they're testing it.
Remember that video we saw with all those Teslas driving autonomously?
Oh, yeah, through that simulated city.
It was pretty wild, like watching the future unfold.
It really drove home the potential of this technology.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the economic side of things.
Okay.
Because robotaxis could actually disrupt a lot more than just transportation.
Really? Like what else?
Well, think about ride-hailing companies like Uber and Lyft.
Yeah.
They depend on human drivers.
Right.
But what happens when you replace those drivers with robots?
Their whole business model changes.
Exactly. Costs would plummet, making rides even more affordable.
And it's not just ride-hailing.
Nope. Logistics, deliveries, even the automotive industry could be impacted.
Wow, it's kind of scary to think about all the jobs that could be lost.
That's a valid concern. It's something we need to address.
But then there will also be new jobs created, right?
Absolutely. Like people to maintain those robotaxis.
Software engineers, data analysts.
Even robot shepherds. Remember Musk mentioned those?
Yeah, those are the people who manage fleets of robotaxis.
It's not just about robots taking over. It's about humans adapting.
Learning new skills to thrive in this new world.
We've covered a lot of ground today.
We started by picturing ourselves at that unveiling.
Watching that Cybercab rollout.
Then we zoomed out to consider all the challenges.
The regulations, the safety concerns.
And we talked about the potential benefits.
Increased safety, lower cost, environmental impact.
We even explored how robotaxis could disrupt entire industries.
And how that could lead to job losses, but also new opportunities.
It's clear that this technology has the power to completely transform our world.
But it also raises some big questions about how we manage this transition.
And how we make sure everyone benefits. Okay, so we've talked about the tech, the challenges, the benefits, the potential economic earthquake.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have, but now I want to really let our imaginations run wild for a minute.
Okay, let's do it.
What would a city designed for robotaxis actually look like?
Like, are we talking flying cars?
Yeah, zipping between skyscrapers.
Flying cars are a whole other can of worms.
Okay, true.
Let's stick to ground level for now.
Okay, so imagine streets designed for maximum efficiency.
Not for human drivers who get distracted and make mistakes.
So fewer traffic lights, maybe?
Dedicated lanes for robotaxis.
Oh, and intersections that adjust traffic flow in real time.
Based on demand, exactly.
Yeah.
And picture neighborhoods designed with no need for private cars.
So all those parking garages...
Gone. All that space could be used for something else.
Parks affordable housing.
Maybe even vertical farms right in the middle of the city.
Okay, now that's a future I can get behind.
Right.
But what about people who still want their own car?
Would they be banned from these robotaxi cities?
Yeah, good question.
I doubt it. But owning a car might become way less appealing.
Especially if robotaxis are super cheap and convenient.
Available whenever you need one, 24/7.
No more parking hassles.
No more maintenance costs.
No more insurance premiums.
Suddenly owning a car seems like a huge pain.
Right. And younger people already aren't that attached to car ownership.
They're all about ride sharing and alternative transportation.
So robotaxis just seem like the next logical step.
Makes you wonder how car companies will adapt.
Yeah. Will they stop selling individual cars?
Maybe they'll shift to building fleets of robotaxis.
That reminds me of Musk's idea of shared ownership.
You mean where people own a flock of robotaxis?
Yeah, and your cars make money for you when you're not using them.
It's like passive income on wheels.
You could be at work while your robotaxi is out picking up passengers.
That's such a cool concept. But let's bring it back to the personal level.
Okay.
How would your own life change in this robotaxi future?
Well, my commute would definitely be a lot more productive.
Instead of stressing out in traffic,
I could be working or reading.
maybe even taking a nap,
Imagine showing up to work relaxed and refreshed.
instead of exhausted from battling traffic.
And think about people who can't drive.
Seniors, people with disabilities,
Robotaxis could give them so much freedom.
and parents wouldn't have to chauffeur their kids everywhere.
Just summon a robotaxi and know that it's safe and reliable.
We could even see a shift away from those car-dependent suburbs.
Towards more walkable communities where everything is easily accessible.
It sounds pretty utopian.
It does, but we have to be realistic about the potential downsides too.
Of course, like data privacy, cybersecurity.
What if the algorithms make biased decisions?
Those are all valid concerns.
And we can't forget about those potential job losses.
Right, we need to have some serious conversations about these issues.
And figure out how to manage this transition fairly.
So as you're picturing this robotaxi future,
Ask yourself, how do you want your city to change?
what role do you want to play in shaping this transition?
And how can we make sure this technology benefits everyone?
The future is being written right now.
And we're all part of that story.
And that's our deep dive into the world of Tesla robotaxis.
We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking.
Remember, this is just the beginning of the conversation.
Keep learning, keep asking questions, and stay engaged.
As we navigate this exciting but uncharted territory.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.